Morning, Knicks Nation. Today is Monday, the 28th day of April, 2025. I hope you enjoyed your weekend. I hope your family enjoyed the weekend also, and I hope that the needs of you and your family in terms of food, shelter, clothing, as well as health are being met today. Blessings upon those that work on health, along with first responders who work together to save lives. Blessings upon those that pick up garbage to keep our places clean and those that make deliveries like mail for our convenience. Double blessings on the men and women out here trying to help rescue, deliver, and recover teenagers and children that are victims of child molestation and pedophilia. People that are also victims of pornography and child pornography, prostitution, child prostitution, human trafficking, and sex slavery. Double curses upon the perpetrators. Double curses on the profiteers and double curses on the perverts that create such great demands to cause these industries, these evil industries, to continue to exist. Finally, blessings upon the homeless. More than 700,000 men, women, children, families, senior citizens, and military veterans homeless in the United States of America. Blessings upon them. For theirs is the kingdom. There was a basketball game in Detroit, Michigan last night. The New York Knicks prevailed against the Detroit Pistons 94-93 to take a commanding 3-1 game lead in their best of 7 series. There was a controversial non-call at the end of the game, which the Detroit coach was whining about. But when you look at the game, at that play, let's do two things. Look at that play closely, and you can see clearly Tobias Harris was grabbing, not boxing out, grabbing Josh Hart. And in spite of being grabbed, Josh Hart that was under the basket. Josh Hart got to the three-point line to challenge Tim Hardaway Jr.'s shot. So that was a no call also. And also, if you recall, the one game that the Pistons did win, 1 minute, 16 seconds left in the game, Josh Hart dunks the ball to tie the game, and he was fouled. He was fouled by Jalen Duren, and the NBA came out with their 2-minute report and said that was a foul, which if it had been called, Josh would have been on the line for the chance for the Knicks to take the lead with 1:16 left, and Jalen Duren would have fouled out. That would have been his 6th. So it works both ways. And what I said earlier and what Thibodeau said, they can call it any kind of way they want as long as it's even. So this was even. In fact, this is the thing. The Knicks won 2 games in Detroit. The Pistons are a good team. And the thing is, they were fighting tooth and nail, scraping, grabbing, pushing. They were doing all that. Yelling in the face, being physical. They were putting forth, I say, their best effort. And they lost. At home. Twice. The Knicks are simply the better team. And overall, there's a lot of battles and skirmishes in pro ball. But overall, the Knicks are winning this war. Last night, and I want to say all of the people, all of the idiots, and I'm going to call you straight out idiots, that were talking about Mikal Bridges and talking about Tom Thibodeau's defense and talking about firing Thibodeau. Did you see that defense down the stretch? Did you see that the game was 94-93? A 1990s type of score? Did you see the wing stop bookends, Mikal and OG locked down at the end of the game? And I remember saying this about a year ago. No, it was after the Mikal trade, so it wasn't quite a year ago. But I said, because people were whining, like babies that need their diapers changed, about the 5 picks. And I said at the time, and I'm going to say it again now, if the Knicks win the championship, or if the Knicks go to the Eastern Conference Finals, are you going to say that they shouldn't have paid 5 picks? Would that matter? If the Knicks win the championship, do the 5 picks matter? They don't. Even if they get to the Eastern Conference Finals, they don't. And that's what we got this guy for. Last night, the Knicks from three shot 45, almost 46%. The Pistons shot 24% from three. We got out-rebounded 38-54, and on offensive glass 12-14, but the Knicks still prevailed. They only had 19 assists, but the turnovers. The Knicks had 10 turnovers. The Pistons had 19 turnovers. 7 by Cade Cunningham. Who is that? Will Baum? Who is the knucklehead talking about Cade Cunningham is the best player in the floor in the series? Somebody asked me, do you think Jalen Brunson is the best player on the floor in the series? I said, every series the Knicks play, Jalen Brunson is the best player on the floor. See, if you're a Knicks fan, that's how you got to think. There's a mindset to being a real fan. Okay, you don't listen to Will Bond and idiots like that and say, well, I'm just keeping it above. If you're a fan, this is entertainment, sports. If you're a fan, your buck is always rooting for your guy and your team. Any game the Knicks play, I don't care if it's the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Boston Celtics, or whoever. He's the best player on the floor, to me. And he was the best player on the floor yesterday. Did that Willis Reed thing. Couldn't even get up off the floor. They had to help him. Limped back into the locker room. Came back after that, scored 15. I don't want to hear nothing about Brunson. Nothing. The next game they lose, they're going to lose a game in the playoffs. They're going to lose some games. I don't want to hear nothing. The Knicks scored 15 points off the 10 turnovers. The Knicks gave up 15 points off the 10 turnovers. The Pistons gave up 20 points off their 19 turnovers. 7 by Cade Cunningham. 7 turnovers. The boys going to be good. There's no doubt. Next year, they're going to use this as motivation. They're going to come back stronger next year. Like I said, I think Detroit's top 5 next year. But don't give me that. Now the boy ain't ready. He's the leopard. Still growing. He's the leopard getting his spots. He ain't got his spots yet. He's going to be all that. I knew that when he come out of Oklahoma State. But I don't hear nothing about him being better than Jalen right now. Jalen's an accomplished pro. So the Knicks lose the battle of the paint, 32-48. The Knicks lose the rebounding battle. And they still win the game. That's playoff basketball. You win. You don't care how ugly it is. You win. That's what happens. See? And so, again, I think I told y'all this a couple of times, right? They had nobody to guard Karl Anthony Towns. That was the ball game. That's the game right there. That's the whole series. They got nobody. Not Tobias Harris, they're all jumping in his cat's face. That only caused Cat to kill you. That was it. Or who? Beef Stew, Jalen Duren. None of them could guard him. They got nobody to guard him. Okay? No. So, yeah, that's the series right there. 3-1. They're going back to New York tomorrow. The risk tomorrow is the Knicks. That's the risk. What do I mean? Overconfidence, feeling comfortable. No. We got to finish these dudes off. See, it's like putting out a fire, right? If they're still smoldering, the fire can come back. You got to put it out so that there's just smoke left and there's nothing there and there's no fire. You got to put it out. The Knicks got to put it out. And they're going to have the home court, obviously. They're going to have all, Sooney probably going to be there. So it's going to be all that. Jalen Brunson, he's going to play. The thing is, if Jalen Brunson broke his ankle, he'd probably tape it up and play. This is that type of year we on right now. This is the time of season we in. So I knew when he came out the game, he was going to come back. I was just wondering how effective he's going to be. When I saw him on the bench, I said, this boy coming back. But boy, was he good. They're going. So Tuesday night, they got to put this fire out for good. Okay? Now, Detroit will take this gentleman's sweep And they're gonna come back stronger next year. And next year they're gonna be really, really good. Jalen Ivy's gonna be back. They'll have Beef Stew back. They're gonna be really good next year, no doubt about it. But we talking about now. And so, yeah, that was the big thing. The Knicks had a 16-point lead. Detroit had an 11-point lead. And they had their 11-point lead late in the game. But look, you shouldn't have messed with Cat. Somebody should talk to Tobias Harris. Tobias Harris, over his career, has never been known as a crap talker. That's not his game. So for him to be going all verbal and mess, it didn't work. You can't, all that don't stop the fact that you can't guard him. Okay, you can't. So anyway, on to New York. 3-1 in favor of our boys. And now we're going to play the Celtics in the next round. The Celtics are up 3-1. Or is it? I think they are. They're up 3-1 on they're up 3-1 on Orlando. And so they'll probably, 3-1. They're going to end that series probably tomorrow. So I don't know when we have to play the Celtics to start the second round. I'm hoping the Knicks get till next week to give Jalen the chance to heal a little bit. And when I say next week, like Sunday, like next weekend. If we can end this against the Pistons on Tuesday and the Celtics in Orlando on Tuesday, then hopefully, we get into the weekend. We can start our series against them in the weekend. That would give the Knicks almost a full week and give Jalen a chance to get treatment on that right side, right ankle side. If Orlando pulls a miracle and actually beats them in Boston, which would be nice, very unlikely. But if that did happen, that was good. That gives the Knicks definitely time before they got to play them. But it's going to be Knicks-Boston. I think we all knew. You can't get to the East, and you can't come out the East without going through Cleveland and Boston. You're going to have to. We knew that, September. We knew that. So I didn't think Cleveland was going to be on, the top of the East, though. I did not think that. I thought they would be, top 4. But I didn't think they would run the table the way they run it. And they crushing everybody. So that's going to be a series. And this is the thing. This is why we got McCall. This is why we got OG. We got OG to guard Jason Tatum. We got McCall to guard Jalen Brown. We got OG to guard dudes like Mobley. We got McCall to guard dudes like Donovan Mitchell. Okay? We got, now, did you notice? See, and again, I'm going to slap all your heart, all you anti-Tibbs people coming on my channel, which I keep having delete you, then you wait 3 weeks and come back anyway just to talk that stupidness. Look, you see his crunch time defensive unit? I mean, when they need to stop defensive unit, did you see the unit that was out there? It was Mitchell Robinson, Deuce, McCall, OG, and Josh Hart. That's the I need to stop now defensive unit. And guess what? They got it. Not just that time. There was a time before that. They got it too. He put them out there, and they got to stop. Put them out there again, and they got to stop. So much for not making adjustments. I'm tired of some of y'all. Really, I am. If you don't like Thibodeau, you got to see my channel. We Thibodeau hive. That means we always got his back, regardless. He could make a mistake. I ain't going to highlight it and ask for his job. Boy's a master. I don't care what y'all say. Got that boy back all the time. Can't come. Somebody said, well, you can't never come on your channel and say nothing negative. I said, that's right. Not against Tibbs? Nope. Do you get the disclaimer? You can't do it. It's illegal on my channel. It's against my constitution. You can't do it. Oh, man. And the Knicks missed a whole lot of They shot 61% from the line yesterday. Mitchell Robinson kept hitting the front rim. Every miss was the front rim. I said, dude, do you see you hitting the front rim? Could you, you know what I'm saying? But They shot 82%, 18 free throws to 17. That's good officiating. I don't want to hear nothing about the officials yesterday. They did a good job. 18 to 17, that means they calling that game even, bro. Shoot, man. As you could tell, I am very happy. As Stephon Marbury said, the food tastes better when the Knicks win. There's no doubt about that. So now we got tomorrow night against the Pistons. Game 5 at MSG. It's going to be wild. It's going to be loud. It's going to be crazy. But our boys got to be focused. This is where Tibbs, Jalen, Brunson come in also. Keep the team grounded and focused. Keep Cat grounded and focused. Whether it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, they can't guard Cat. And yesterday, look here. Let's look at the shot distribution. So Jalen Brunson had 26 shots. Karl Anthony Towns had 23 shots. See, OG only got 13. He was 3 of 13. McCall was 3 of 12. They shot the ball horribly. Josh Hart only had 9. Deuce was 1 for 5. They shot the ball horribly. But you kept giving Cat the ball. And we win the game. See? JB do his thing at the end like he did. And we win the game. See? Now, Josh Hart had 10 boards. 14 points. The boy is gritty and grindy, man. I'm telling y'all. And all y'all still calling for him to come off the bench need to get up off that. Stop your fake coaching. You can't coach. You don't know what you're talking about. The boy should start like he's doing. Is he built for the bench? Yes. But he started all year. Tibbs ain't changing it. What's wrong with y'all? We good. Mitchell Robinson only played 9 minutes yesterday, plus 3. He didn't score, 3 rebounds, but as we know, the protection in the rim. Deuce played 19. He really went 6 deep yesterday because Deuce played 19 minutes. Campaign, he really was playing bad yesterday. It was not a good game. As good as he was in game 1, he was just as bad yesterday. And Tibbs subbed him out as soon as Jalen was ready and kept Deuce in there, which he should have did. Shaman only played 1 minute. See, it's now time for the grown-ass men to play. All y'all that kept calling for play the rookies, get some bench. You're amateurs. No. This is the playoffs. It's time for the grown-ass men to play. Boys need to sit down. Wave that daggone towel and be a good boy. We got to do our stuff. Okay? Yeah, Precious didn't play either. I ain't whining about it. It is what it is. So we good. So now we got to put this fire out for good on Tuesday. Okay, put this fire out. And then we can get some rest. I am quite sure Jalen Brunson's going to play Tuesday. And I am quite sure the boy coming for blood. I wonder who's reffing that game. Now, that's going to be important. Because we had 2 sets of refs. One for last Thursday, good referee. One for Sunday, good referee. So the foul shot tells you everything, the distribution of the fouls. So if it's 17 to 18 or 20 to 19 or whatever, that's good refereeing, okay? Hopefully we don't get none of these dudes that's actually gambling on the game and calling the game for the Pistons. That was last week, Monday, if you recall. And again, that was decided in the last minute on a missed call. And that's the only game they won. If they had called the right way on that Monday, this series might be over now. But it's all right. Let's do this thing on Tuesday. Let's get this dub. Be focused, y'all. Let's get this done. Y'all enjoy your Monday. I know I am. Enjoy it. Be safe. Shalom.